What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So, guys, in 2023, there are a few things that I have noticed that certain brands are trying to do, especially brands that cater to women. And first and foremost, most brands do cater to women. That's just the reality of the world we live in, right? Brands, nightclubs, spirits companies, clothing companies, experiential companies, they are catering to women. Radio stations. And one of the reasons why is that women spend a lot of money, right? Now, what's happening in the world today is you're seeing the inclusivity of a lot of older women, right? BBW women. This is more obvious, commercials. You're seeing them a lot of times in ads. You're seeing them in music videos. So this is the agenda that you're seeing being pushed. And what you're now seeing blogs do is blogs come out and really discuss how beautiful and stunning women are looking in their 50s or 60s. Now, this is not to say that these women are not good looking. Like Erykah Badu is very good looking. Tracee Ellis Ross is very good looking. That's not to take away from them at all, right? Vivica Fox is good looking to a certain degree for whoever, can believe that. I believe that she is. Some of you might not believe that. But what's happening now is that these ladies like Tia Mowry or Tracee Ellis Ross, whenever they post on Instagram, they're getting a lot of publicity. And I want to prove my point here. So Tracee Ellis Ross, here's this article, 50 slays as she rocks the most epic bodysuit in a new IG photo dump. Okay? And no doubt she looks good. She looks great. But the situation is this, right? This photo shoot body dump is really aimed at, in my honest opinion, two things. Number one, trying to say that women of a certain age group are still very sexy, regardless of what men think. That's it. Now, I'm not saying that brothers don't feel like a woman over that age can be sexy or not. I believe she's very beautiful. But they're saying this like these women are sexy no matter what. Two, we want to push these brands on these ladies to feel sexy no matter what. Okay? And it really doesn't matter what men are saying. All right? But now, when we look at men who are 50, equally 50, what about Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Because Tracee Ellis Ross, I believe her brother sent me like one of the last most notable relationships she had was like 20 years ago, 25 years ago with Chris Webber. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio. At a 48-year-old man, guys like Johnny Depp, Brad Pitt. Now, I could be wrong, but are these guys dating women that are around the same age as Tracee Ellis Ross? Or, let's say, for example, somebody who's the same age as Madonna, 64. And again, you're seeing the same thing. Who is Madonna dating? What you're seeing is these older women are dating men that typically share these characteristics. Number one, the man is much younger. Number two, he's less stable financially. All right? And so because you have a lack of male media and a lack of male voices in the world, you're going to continue to see the pushing and the embracing and the inclusivity of women over 40 or 50 that are single to basically come with the message that if you're not married, or if you didn't get married, or if you chose your career over a guy and you can't get a guy, it's okay. Like completely, that is fine. It doesn't matter if you did not qualify or you didn't obtain what you thought you should get in a male or in a man. That also doesn't matter, okay? Because the society is going to tell you that you're beautiful. The situation with that is very Andrew Tate-ish, and I'm going to say why. Most people will tell you anything to make money off of you. I think that's clear, and y'all don't like it with Andrew Tate. It's clear with the black church. It's clear with almost anything, right? Like anything to makes you feel good, like a gospel of prosperity, to let you know that at a certain age, you can be sexy. You can feel good. And I'm not trying to say you can't feel good or sexy at a certain age. But also, what you need to also look at is, at a certain age, you're also competing with people that are possibly younger than you. That's the reality that we all have to deal with as we're getting older. The more I'm on YouTube or on social media, newer people coming in with a newer perspective that can reach a more diverse audience than me as I get older, right? Same thing with the woman. The older you are and you're looking for a man that is doing very well, then that man is going to have a lot more opportunities. For example, this is not to be nasty or anything like that, right? I was 30 years old in 2011. Let's say you had somebody that was born in 1997. 2011, I was 30. Somebody 2011 was 14, right? Not even adult age, anything like that, right? At 40, which was 2 years ago for me. This person is 24. Now, as I'm turning 42, that person is 26. So this is an individual that is now old enough to be a medical doctor. And I'm not trying to say myself, right? That person is old enough to be a medical doctor, person can vote. I cannot even have known that person, right? That person's old enough to run for certain political offices. Same thing. So now that person is able to compete for the same job as me. If that person's a guy, that person can compete for the same resources as me. And as a 26-year-old man or woman, like these are things you got to look at. So people are going to continue to have opportunities in which they were not. In this whole thing to keep promoting, let's say, for example, Erykah Badu, Tracee Ellis Ross, Tia Mowry, and then what do you see these women do? After taking those photos, they go right to their Instagram account or whatever, and they start crying. They start saying like, oh, I hope love will find me again. Or you know what? I can never find a guy on my level. Like after all of that, they come back to the fact that, you know what, it didn't work out for me for whatever reason. And it's typically that it didn't work out for me because of what some guy did. And you're starting to see a lot of this stuff and these theories, in my honest opinion, set a lot of women up for failure instead of saying like, okay, well, at a certain age, when you're in your, the best age to get married, what steps are you taking to do X, Y, and Z? Versus, you get to however you get in your life and then you start to blame guys for why you can't achieve what you want to achieve in the relationship. And that is what we're seeing much more often. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.